Jennifer Rivarovski works as a consultant for childcare centres. She's based in Sydney. And Jennifer, what are childcare centre staff saying to you about these new policies?
Hi, Amanda. Teachers and educators have some concerns about the new policies, particularly because we have a universal access policy, which is a Commonwealth policy where significant funds have been invested in the first year of preschool or early childhood education and care prior to school. So there's a lot of research that shows that participating in a quality preschool or early childhood education program can significantly increase positive education outcomes for children, especially for children who are vulnerable. And Julie picked up on a little bit of that earlier this morning. So
you're saying that there's a kind of clash of government policy, between this idea that all children should have access to early education, that clashes up against the no jab, no play and the no jab, no pay policies.
Absolutely. So on the one hand, we have a policy that's saying that every child should access quality preschool or early childhood education in the year prior to school. And in many countries, that's the 2 years prior to school. So Australia's a little behind the 8 ball on that one. Versus a policy that says that, if children aren't vaccinated, then they have no access. So I think concerns from teachers and educators are that children are the ones that potentially lose benefits from those kinds of policies.
So what kind of choices are childcare centres and kindergartens facing then in Victoria and New South Wales, and particularly in those pockets where there are high rates of unvaccinated children, like northern New South Wales, for example?
I think the future for those kinds of centres is concerning because the policy relates to new enrolments. So while they'll have a little bit of time to be able to try and settle the policy in, with new enrolments, it will mean for some centres that their numbers will decrease. And I think the other concern that early childhood education professionals have is that it opens up possibilities for people to start to run unregulated early childhood centres or childcare centres.
And also, are some childcare centres now going to have to ask existing families to leave?
No, a part of the policy has some grandfathering clauses, so that won't be the case. But it will be the case for families who potentially may have had 3 children who have attended a particular preschool and perhaps their 4th child won't be able to. So it's for those new enrolments. And I think the other concern is that teachers and educators and teachers do a 4-year university degree, and some of the things that they learn is, how they actually talk to families and relate to families, and how they provide credible sources of evidence so that families can make informed decisions. And it closes up that opportunity for teachers and educators to do that if they don't actually have families at centres where they can be having those conversations.